Hi everyone, my name's Philip and welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of my series of the solar powered crypto mining sparkle heater. In part 1 we looked at the financials to see if it was going to be viable. In this part we're going to do some tests and see if those numbers look like they're real. I've now bought the $1,100 odd gaming computer. The computer came with a NVIDIA GTX 1650 video card, the 4GB version. This is too slow to do serious mining, but just fine for us to test the numbers to see if things are going to work out. I first decided to test NiceHash and I ran into a problem almost straight away. The current version of the miner is designed to work with a GPU that's got 6 gigs of RAM, and the GPU I've got's only got 4 gigs of RAM. So I've only got 2/3 of the GPU RAM that it needs, and as a result I've had to go back a major version of the miner to get it to go. So I'm kind of only expecting to get 2/3 of the performance since I've only got 2/3 of the RAM, plus it's gone back a whole major version. I ran the NiceHash miner for 24 hours, and let's go and see the results and then we can compare them to what the website said it should have been.
A Satoshi is 1/millionth of a Bitcoin. So when you see a number like this with 8 digits, that's 503 Satoshis. This example here is 1,167 Satoshis. With NiceHash, they pay out into your Bitcoin wallet every time you've mined 1,000 or more Satoshis. So in this case, they've paid out 1,167 Satoshis, and there's 503 remaining to be paid. So a total of 1,670 Satoshis have been done. You'll see that means that the equivalent of 91 cents has been paid out, and 39 cents is yet to be paid out. So that's a total of $1.30. The NiceHash website said that this video card should make around $1.81 New Zealand per day, the 6 gig version. So if we multiply this by 2/3, since we got a 4 gig one, not a 6 gig one, that comes out at about $1.21 per day. The video card actually earned around $1.30. So this means this video card is producing or earning at around the rate that NiceHash claims.
I then went and tested a second miner called BetterHash to see how it performs for 24 hours.
BetterHash mined 1,766 Satoshis, or $1.38 New Zealand.
I initially thought BetterHash was substantially out from the claims made on their website, but then I realized it wasn't displaying the currency symbols correctly. It wasn't displaying, it was getting NZD and USD mixed up. And then I took the number of Satoshis and manually worked it out, and that's when I found that was just the currency symbol wrong. So BetterHash produced $1.38 in 24 hours compared to NiceHash's $1.30. So now we have two viable miners that both came back with numbers that are similar to the financials we've previously worked out. There's a white elephant in the room that we should also discuss. Prior to NiceHash being created, one of the founders was convicted for distributing and writing malware and spent time in jail for this offence. Subsequently, they went on, one of the founders and another founder, they went on and created NiceHash, and then they also suffered a massive hack, and around 64 million US dollars of customer funds were stolen. You need to decide for yourself whether the criminal offence that occurred in the past has been dealt with and he served his time and can move on, or whether that's a factor that you need to worry about. The hacking is really a good lesson in why you shouldn't leave large amounts of cryptocurrencies sitting in any exchange, NiceHash or otherwise. For me, I intend to regularly pull the funds back and put them back into New Zealand dollars into my bank account. If you wish to keep them in cryptocurrencies, you should look at devices like the Ledger Nano S, so you can store the cryptocurrency offline, not connected to the internet, so it can't be hacked, at least not as easily.
I've started looking at the costs for getting the Bitcoins that are mined out and converted to New Zealand dollars as well. NiceHash charge New Zealand $1.90 plus a 0.1% withdrawal fee. And the minimum withdrawal at the moment is about New Zealand $79. BetterHash charges a flat fee, currently about New Zealand $15.83. So I would like to probably withdraw amounts in 200 New Zealand $200 lots. So in this case, it's going to be clearly much cheaper for me to use NiceHash for doing the mining. Even though BetterHash mines slightly more, the fees wipe that out very quickly. The next thing is exchanges in New Zealand that can convert the Bitcoin and put the funds in New Zealand dollars straight into my bank account. The two I've been looking at are BitPrime, and they charge a commission of 2.9% and have a minimum transaction size of $100. And DassetX, they have a flat $7 in this amount of money, have a $7 withdrawal fee and a minimum transaction charge of $20. I think I'm going to proceed with using BitPrime. Now, it's slightly more complicated when you're comparing the exchanges because they both have different buy and sell rates, or sell rates I'm interested in. The sell rate effectively affects the actual total fee that you'll, like one could offer a higher sell rate, so you'll get more, but then have a higher fee for that transaction. So it's not completely clear which is going to work out better. But for me, I think I'm going to start with trying NiceHash and then BitPrime.
So in summary, we first of all worked out the financials in part one to see if it was going to be viable, and it looks quite an attractive proposition. And then in this part, we've done a low-cost test, and we've confirmed that the numbers do work out as reported, and then it should be able to make money. So part three, we're going to move on to actually scaling up and getting the full-size RTX 3090 GPU and trying everything out for real. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for part three.